Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to our human life, you have so much energy and strength and capabilities to absorb all the miseries in this world. That is the power of the human mind. Just imagine if the universe is an ocean, you are just like a drop of water of that ocean. So don't separate from that ocean. Don't separate you with the self-centered mind or with the self-centered idea or egocentric idea. This is me, this is I am. So like that way, don't separate from that universal nature. You are a part of it. This kind of like a little sponge has ability to absorb entire ocean. That the same way, if your mind developed to necessary condition, your mind has power to absorb this all the miseries in the world. That is the power of the mind. But the thing is, you have to develop it as a profitable skill. What the mistake we does, because mostly with the little things, we develop an attitude to resist the situations and stay away from it, avoid the situation, rather than accepting the life as it is. So because of that nature, even from the childhood, of course, for parents, do it with the great love for us. But at the same time, if you don't recognize it as a part of the world, what will happen? Once it become your attitude, once it become your lifestyle to resist things, get out of the very nature of the life, then you always caught up in a dream state. When you look at the world and whoever became successful in any field nowadays, that all the the scientists and psychologists recognize that most of the people, and they became successful from their childhood, and mostly they had a hard time. If their parents so rich and if they had all the necessary things in their life, the most of them, they're not going to study well. And according to the latest, this psychological research they have done, then all the hard subject, difficult subject can learn by poor children and poor people, and even from from very difficult countries coming from. And as you know, when it come to Olympic like that, that even though people so capable to do run for short distance like a well developed countries, and as you know, most of the long runners, long distance runners, from where they come from all the difficult countries. What is the reason for that? Because it brings the attitude, it's bring the nature to go and absorb and go with the nature, and it develop their strength to long that the run for a long time. But our life, there's nothing wrong having things, but you have to remember, sometimes too much comfort and bring the miseries to us. That misery means not the difficulties, not the failures, and we caught up with that environment. That is the misery. Why? Because then you cannot grow. You cannot perform the best out of you. Then you just live, you just become very comfortable with the situation, and then you maintain your life. But when it comes to human life, you have to look within yourself. Where you go, where you want to end your life, what is the destination that you have, even kind of like when you want to fly, Maybe you get ready with all the necessary things, but the very first thing you do, you have to buy a ticket. When you buy your ticket, you have to put the place you start, and the most important thing, all the price, time, and everything going to depend on the destination that you're going to put. When you change the destination, what will happen? The price change, and the time change, and the all other all necessary things going to change. So then you have to remember, we are in a journey which we cannot escape. So, but at the same time, you have to look within yourself. Are you just going to go with whatever the the things around you, you caught up with it, or are you going to have a clear destination through this journey? Because it is open to anybody, and it open to everything. That is the secret. Tomorrow it's open to you. There is no hindrance. There is no barriers. There is no any kind of that the bad stars going to be for you tomorrow. If you decide where you want to go, that all the stars will change and guide you to that direction. Why? Because you are part of the universe. Universe never going to come against you. This nature never going to come against you. You have to remember that. Look, from birth to now, you inhaling, exhaling. All the food nourish you. This everything, this water and this oxygen, this everything help you. You are part of it. It has so much power, as you know, this around this world, unseen, there are a lot of energies, but that invisible energies help for you. But only thing that all depend on, are you going to accept it? Or are you going to close down it? It is your decision. That is the power of human mind. So then remember yourself. Look into your life. Of course, you are busy. You're doing many things. You in day-to-day life, you maintain your family. You do things for your husband, wife, children, your partners, and brothers, sisters. You do a lot of things, of course. But that is a very minor and a very conventional thing. That not going to help for you to get out of these old situations. This will keep repeating things in your life. But the Buddha's teaching is not to maintain this life in this way. The Buddha is the one who had the highest goal in his life to becoming a Buddha. Long time ago, eons before. And he had the idea, one day I want to become a Buddha. See, that he had the purpose. Through this sansaric journey, through many difficult time period, and through going through many situations, finally he fulfilled that destination, that dream. So then you have to remember, without a desire, we cannot live. But that desire, we have to remember not to be self-centered and thinking about just only you, or not to just to caught up in a dream as just as an idea. You have to work for that. That the Buddha, that and when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, always remember, it is always talk about your mind. Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Mind is the Purana. Mind is the chief. Mind is the creator. Everything depend on your mind. Not this out, even though outside things that going to help for us and have certain powers, the mainly the condition of your mind will change everything. Even you become a millionaire, when you change your mind, that everything going to change. As you know, the Amazon CEO, that he going to resign, that step down his position within a few weeks. Look, he became a millionaire, but one time he decided, he changed his mind. So even you reach to the highest in conventional life, if you change it, if your mind change, if you think, oh, this is enough for me, I'm going to do something else. Then what will happen? You change. But when it comes to us, it is very important, rather than caught up in this only this conventional life, we have to think ahead. That is what the Buddha is teaching. That is what different than this very famous millionaires or the the well-known people around the world. So what is the way that you have to build up your life? There are three stages. When you do something, remember there are three actions: bodily action, verbal action, mental action. And then when you look for the result, there are three stages in that result: minor level of result, and middle level of result, and the higher level of result. So according to the Buddha's teaching, what the Buddha said, always focus to the highest level of feedback. That is what the Buddha's teaching. How you can get into that? What is this lower level of result? What is the middle level? And what is the highest? The lower level of result is like this. We perform very good actions in day-to-day life. So as example, you do something physically and thinking about you will gain the physical comfort back. You do something, you say something verbally, thinking that the as a feedback you get something the same way. You do something mentally, thinking that you will receive the same thing back. It is very minor level of the spiritual practice. Nothing wrong with it. It always going to be in the world. But we have to understand that when you look for the higher, and you have to recognize that the where we are, and this will help you to understand your position. So as example, if I thinking about giving this pen to you, thinking, oh, one day I will receive a pen, that is a very minor level of spiritual practice. And if I smile, if you meet somewhere, if I smile thinking, oh, other person will smile back, that is very minor, but we are caught up in that. That's why when you go to party or somewhere, suddenly if you meet somebody, if you smile, if you say hi, if other person didn't react, you get mad and upset, and you go and tell, see, even I smile that he didn't look at me, she didn't look at me, I say hi, but how you know that that person saw you or was in something, it was in a different mindset, or how you know that? Because there is that newly the psychological research came with this blink of ideas. The people have this very blink of idea. It's very quick, and people get addicted to that, and some people become successful with that, and but most of people, it is unprofitable people. And as example, where you say hi, and people say hi, but they have no idea what about you. And sometimes you say, hi, how are you? And they say, I'm good, thank you. How are you? They ask, how are you? They have no idea what is that mean. It's a blink. It's kind of like a, quick reaction. And that is how people work nowadays. So then you should not get mad or depend on others' reactions. Remember that. Don't depend on others' reactions. Why? Because we don't know what is the condition, what kind of things happening in their life. So then it is very important yourself that even physically, even mentally, don't that have idea to receive the same thing back. You have to get out of that level. So we sometimes we offer dana, thinking, oh, one day I will receive some food in my sansaric journey. Then one day I'm not going to be hungry. So like that, you caught up in that idea. It's a very minor level of practice. Nothing wrong with, at least if you practice that, that is good. But once you know the higher thing, why you caught up in the minor things? So that's why. So whatever you do bodily action, don't expect that other from the other person or other things you should get the same result. No, it is different. And even when you plant a tree, you have to get out of the the thinking about, oh, one day you may be planting an apple tree, mango tree, thinking one day you're going to get the mango or apple. Maybe that in the moment that you plant that tree with that idea, and then you keep hoping, you keep hoping, you keep hoping, you have done something good. But how you know after 2 3 years maybe something will happen in the nature? And how you know under the ground, maybe the roots having some difficulties to find the water or the necessary the soil. And then if the tree doesn't bring the result, what will happen to you? You get mad. Then what you do? You cut the tree. So why you do that? Because you was expecting the result the same way. Oh, this is a mango, I need the mango. But if the tree giving the shade, and you don't see that tree may be absorbing all the carbon dioxide and giving the oxygen to you, don't see that. Why? Because you caught up the idea of mango. See how we become very limited. Even in day-to-day life, the same. When we associate people, the same. So that's why we mostly that think whatever we give, we have to receive from the other side. No, it will come. But remember, don't focus to that. Why? Because it make you very, very limited. It make you very small person. You are so bigger than that. Even when it come to your love, even as a husband, wife, as children, parents, you are so bigger than that what you think. So then if you caught up with the love or the whatever you do as responsibilities, if you thinking about same thing other people should do for you, you become very small a person. So then do your best, and then where you should focus. So that is the very first thing. Don't focus to the same thing you should receive. No, when you give the food, don't think you will receive food. When you do something good, don't think that the same thing will come to you. When you say hi, don't think that other person will say hi or bye. Don't look for that. Do whatever the things that you have to do. And then you get out of the first level, the minor. Then you go to the middle level. The middle level means you do things with the different purpose. So as example, you want to get into a higher position. So then you invite for your boss, and you take your boss or chairman or your co-workers or somebody whoever can help you. You take that person to a dinner or lunch. But your main idea, your main purpose is not that minor, oh, I give the food, I will receive food. No, your idea is want to get something bigger. You have a kind of like something, oh, I will get this position. I want to make this person happy, giving this to get something higher. That is the middle level of expectation. So in day-to-day life, sometimes we do a lot of things. We become friends, especially with the politicians, or be a friend with him. Why? Because Then when he become a politician or the then you can get something. See, you become a friend thinking to get something different. So that is a middle level of expectation. Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, it make you a very limited person. You are so bigger than it. Remember that. You have so more higher capacity than what you think. So see that your own expectations, your own desires make you very limited person. So then how you can get out of that? Even when you do something, always remember, by the power of the soul, the good things what I do, by the power of the soul, the happy things and the nice things what I do, may I attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. That is what the Buddha is teaching. Not other thing, not anything else. Wish for the Nibbana. Why? Because that is the highest. That is the highest goal that you can put in this world, wherever. So whatever the good things that you do, so the thing is this: when you develop it as an attitude, maybe you're not going to attain to the Nibbana tomorrow or in this very lifetime. But the very key point is, as I mentioned, your mind, your attitude, your life start to open to the highest things. That will change it completely, the entire landscape of your life. That is what you need. Because otherwise, with the little things, see how you get hurt, how you get stuck, how you things become very difficult. The reason is we have this attitude. We condition our mind. We hold our mind with the little things. That's why it become like that way. So then remember yourself that you are a part of this universe. There are many things that you are so capable, you are so strong. And to get into that, you are the only one can do that. How you can do it? Set up your mind to the highest level. So that is what called the Nibbana. And always look for that. Then don't stop in the with the minor things. Don't stop in the middle. Nothing will go wrong, as you know already in your life. And whatever the thing that didn't come to your head, or whatever the dreams, whatever the hopes that you hold, whatever the prayers that you, it's not going to work mostly. But what going to work in your life? The attitude that you develop with your mind, how you think, the way you think, and how you nourish your life with your own thoughts, that going to work. Wherever you go, it will help for you. So then remember in your life, from today, whatever you do, and start to focus to the highest thing, nothing will go wrong. And always, whatever the best thing will happen to you, whatever the necessary best thing will come to you, let it come. And develop the ability to whatever come to you, to accept it. Don't afraid for life. Don't look for short ways to, don't look for shortcut. That is not the Buddha's way. Buddha is the one who went to the highest. So then, as a followers of the Buddha, oh, when you say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, and you that you promise to follow that path. What is that path? It is not just worshiping the Buddha statue. It is not just giving the dana to the monks. You change your mind to unlimited with the highest level of practice, and not look for these conventional things, not look for these emotional things, not to be caught up with this the physical barriers, not to caught up with this material world. You go beyond this all and see beyond this the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. When you think, when you set up your mind for that, Remember, from that very moment, this entire universe will change for you. It will guide for you. It will bless for you. That is what you need. So, with that, I bless upon with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbaroko vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava ittavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkayavahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.